guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my very first book unhaul, and this has been a very long time coming, and I have a whole bag full of books next to me here, so let's just get into it. A lot of these books I either haven't read or I started reading and I didn't like. I don't think there's a lot of them in here that I actually have read and wanted to get rid of. Maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't looked in this bag in quite a while. I just throw books in there that I know I want to get off my shelves. You know, if I talk about any of these books and they're your favorite books, you know, I mean, give me a reason why I should keep them, why I should read them. Because if not, I have a ton of other books on my shelves that I can read, and so I just don't want to waste my time on something that I'm not interested in anymore. So let's get started. Okay, the first book is Bridget Jones' Diary. This is by Helen Fielding. I did read this book. I love the movies. They're my favorite. Hated the book. I just wasn't my thing. Like, you know, I just really didn't like it. I didn't know it was in diary format, which is kind of silly of me because the title of the book is Bridget Jones' Diary. I just didn't find her lovable or likable, for that matter. You know, I did laugh at some parts of it, but really, I'm never going to read it again, and I really hated every minute I spent reading this. I just didn't enjoy it, so it's going. Also, all of these books I'm just going to donate back to my library bookstore because, you know, why not? Someone else will love them if I didn't, or whatever. Plus, I buy a lot of these books from there. Okay, and then the next book I have is Marked. This is by PC and Kristen Cass. This is book 1 in the, I don't know, House of Night series, and there is like a shit ton of books in this series, and I've had this on my shelf for a few years now and I've never picked it up, and I feel like if I want to read it I can just get it from the library. No point to hold on to this book because I am not going to collect, you know, 10, 15, 20 books, however many books. I'm pretty sure I just saw a new novel, a new House of Night novel at Target, and I thought, God, I thought that series was over. It's so long, but apparently it's still going strong. So, but I'm just not interested anymore. The next book I have is The 13th Tale. This is by Diane Setterfield. I picked this up at the library bookstore, and I've just never picked it up, and I'm not really that interested. I picked it up because I had heard about it because of book 2. But I know nothing about it, and I'm not interested in reading it, so it's going. The next book is Elements of Style. This is by Wendy Wasserstein. I bought this from a bookstore that was going out of business, and I was just like picking up things left and right. I don't know what it's about. I'm not interested in reading it. It's an adult book. So apparently she's a Pulitzer Prize winning playwright and author of the essay collection Shiksa Goddess. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just women's contemporary fiction, and I have no interest in reading it. So, just like everything else is going. Next I have Memoirs of a Geisha, and this is by Arthur Golden. I've never read this, but I actually got the movie edition paperback version from my library, and so I liked it better than this copy. This is like a big honking copy, and so I'm getting rid of it because I don't need to. Okay, and then the next 3 books are all by Cynthia Hand. This is the Unearthly trilogy. This is Unearthly, Boundless, and Hallowed. And, you know, it's about angels, I believe. And I tried to pick up Unearthly. This is the first book. I tried to pick this up and read this a few times, and I just couldn't get into it. And, you know, I love the books. They're so pretty. But, I mean, if I'm not going to read them, I don't want to hold on to them. So, they're going. And I got them really cheap on Book Outlet. So I don't feel bad getting rid of them, because I didn't pay that much money for them. And then I have The Memory Keeper's Daughter. This is by Kim Edwards. This is a classic, and I bought it because I had interest in it, and I think it's about a doctor delivers his own twins, and there's a healthy baby boy and the little girl has Down syndrome, and I'm pretty sure he just like takes her out and like leaves her outside to die because she has Down syndrome. And this is like in the 1960s, so he just takes it upon himself to decide that she doesn't oh no, I'm sorry. He has the baby taken to an institution, so, and he tells his wife that the baby died during childbirth. So it sounds pretty intense, but I've just had it on my shelf for so long and I haven't read it, and I'm pretty sure there's a movie and I have seen the movie, so I don't need to read it. Didn't know this one was in here, but this is Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason by Helen Fielding. This is the second book in the Bridget Jones diary. I guess series now because there was a fourth one, but I didn't enjoy the first one, so I don't want to read the second one. This is Cleopatra, A Life by Stacy Schiff. I thought it was historical fiction about Cleopatra, and I was very intrigued by that because I love Cleopatra and I love history and I love historical fiction, but it's actually about her life, which is fascinating to me, but I don't think I'm gonna read it. I don't know. Seeing it now makes me want to keep it. I did see it on Book Outlet the other day. I don't know. I'm on fence. Maybe I'll get rid of it. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Then I have a ton of books in this series. I think they're companion novels. So some are better than others. If you guys have read them and I should keep them, let me know, but they're probably going to go. Okay, so the first one I have is The Accidental Werewolf. This is by Dakota Cassidy. I got all of these books on Book Outlet for like less than $1 each, so I couldn't pass them up, and like the covers are really pretty, but yeah, see, I read there's a bookmark. There's actually a church offering envelope, but I didn't get very far. I just didn't like the main character. I didn't like it. I didn't like her. She was just, ugh. I don't know. I didn't, like I said, I think 6 pages. 6 pages is all I could stand of the main character in this book. So, and because of that, I've never picked up any of the others that I'm going to show you in a second, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I have Accidentally Catty. These covers are great, but The Accidental Genie, and oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, so I'm assuming these all kind of follow the same, but The Accidental Werewolf is about a woman who is like a top selling like makeup. She sells makeup. She's like a sales consultant, and she gets bit by a werewolf. It's just like her life, and yeah. What else do I have? I feel so bad getting rid of these because they're so pretty, and I thought I was gonna love them, and I just don't. So this one is Accidentally Demonic. Accidentally Dead. Accidentally Dead Again. And The Accidental Werewolf 2, Something About Harry. And again, like, these are so pretty, and they, oh god, I don't know. Maybe if they're companion, I can just keep some of them. If you guys know if like some of these are better than others, or if it gets better, I just need to stick it out for a minute. I don't know. But I have so many of them, I'm just not reading them, and I really didn't like the main character in the first one, so. And I'm not going to talk myself out of getting rid of these books, because I have 200 plus books on my TBR, guys. I just need to suck it up and get rid of them. I have A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray, and also Rebel Angels by Libba Bray. I think this is book 3, maybe. These are part of the Gemma Doyle trilogy. I read and listened to the audiobook. I almost finished this one, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it, so they gotta go. Okay, and then the rest of these are all part of a series, and it's called Left Behind. This is by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. So this is like a 15-book series, and I have close to all of them. I picked them up in my local library bookstore, and So I've wanted to read these since I was in high school, and I've just I never bought them for myself. When I saw them at the library, I think they were like 50 cents a piece. I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy them. Well, okay, so it's a Christian fiction. Yeah, it's a Christian fiction, but it's about the end of the world. It's about Revelations, and you know, I've just always been fascinated by it, and like someone I know in high school was reading it and he said he loved it, and he was very Christian, and I was not at the time, but I don't know. I read it, and I read a lot of it, and then I put it down, and I never picked it back up again, and there's so many of them, and I don't want them to take up precious space on my shelf. So Left Behind is the first book, and then I don't know what order these go in. Assassins, Nikolai, The Indwelling, The Mark, Apollyon, Armageddon, Desecration, and the final book is Tribulation, and it says the continuing drama of those left behind. So this must have came out after the series, so I don't know. Like I said, I think I just kind of lost interest in reading them. I don't know. So anyways, those are all of the books that I'm getting rid of as of today, and you know, I'm sure there'll be more unhauls, but I just want to get these books and take them to my library, drop them off, because they've been in this this huge bag for sitting next to my bookshelf for like months and months now, and I keep saying I'm going to do a book unhaul and I don't. So that is my book unhaul. And